Many people have blood sugar problems, including pre-diabetics and insulin-resistant people. So I thought I should make a very important video about apple cider vinegar. If you are not taking apple cider vinegar, then you should definitely think about including it in your diet. Even if you are not on the keto diet or intermittent fasting, there are other things apart from these that can improve your blood sugar. Now, the acetic acid present in apple cider vinegar gives a very good anti-glycemic effect. This means that if you include it in your diet, then the glycemic index of the things you're eating goes down. The glycemic index is a chart of different food items that which thing can increase blood sugar to what extent. When the glycemic index of food comes down, then the benefit of this is that your blood sugar and insulin remain stable. When you add vinegar to rice, suppose you are eating biryani, for example, I am not saying that you eat rice, but when you add apple cider vinegar to rice, it reduces the glycemic index of your rice by 35 points, and this is a very big effect. If you add apple cider vinegar to cooked potatoes, that is, when the potatoes are getting cool after cooking, keep them aside for a while and add vinegar to them. Or if you are eating potato salad, then by adding vinegar you can reduce the glycemic index of potatoes to 43. And if you mix vinegar with bread, suppose one day you are eating white bread, then by drinking this drink with it, you will see a huge difference in your blood sugar and insulin. Again, I am not recommending to eat these things, but this thing itself is a very interesting thing. You must have this information. If one day you are eating cereal or oats for breakfast, it is not necessary that you add vinegar to the cereal, but if you add apple cider vinegar tablets with it, or if you take vinegar tablets with orange juice, if you take it, you can reduce your blood sugar and insulin, and there are many studies in this. In one of them, vinegar was consumed with sandwiches. I think these were vinegar capsules, so the glycemic index was reduced to 30 by vinegar capsules. If you are going to eat salad and if you add vinegar to its dressing, then you can reduce the glycemic index to 31. Now, this is different from keto diet and intermittent fasting. Both of these have their own benefits. You can add this with them because whenever you reduce the glycemic index, the sugar increases less, due to which you also reduce insulin. The biggest benefit is to your liver. The fat on the liver automatically starts reducing. You can also lose some weight. Maybe it is not much, but stabilizing blood sugar helps you in weight loss. You will also be able to control your hunger because insulin will decrease and your cravings will also reduce. Some people also have the problem of dawn phenomenon, in which blood sugar increases in the morning. This happens because the blood sugar level in the blood increases even if you have not eaten many carbs the previous day. This happens because the liver starts producing too much sugar. This process is called gluconeogenesis. So people always have this question that how to reduce this increased sugar, especially in the morning. This is also very simple. Before going to bed, take 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Do not take it directly, mix it in water. Add 2 tablespoons in a cup of water. This makes 300 milliliters of water, and 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar makes about 10 milliliters. Take this before going to bed and then see its effect. This is a very effective remedy. And the other thing that I would recommend is that you start taking apple cider vinegar before your meals. Take this also by adding it to a cup of water in the same way. Now, there are other things that can help buffer your meals like apple cider vinegar. We just discussed that it helps in reducing blood sugar, but you can also add fat and fiber. Fiber, if when you eat it, it does not increase your insulin. But one issue with fiber is that when you eat something to get fiber, then along with fiber, other carbohydrates also enter the body, and this again becomes the reason for increase in insulin, like roti, fruits, pulses, some other things made from wheat. Now these have fiber as well as other carbohydrates which are not fiber. You have to avoid these. The fiber that you need to take is present in leafy vegetables because there are different types of fiber too. So we need it from vegetables. This is the reason that when ketogenic diet is done, in which the amount of carbohydrates has to be kept low so that insulin does not increase. So I always recommend that you do not count vegetables in it. Even if you do not count the carbohydrates obtained from vegetables, you can still remain in keto state. So you can eat vegetables in the form of salad or by cooking them. These vegetables include bint cauliflower and cabbage, tinder, bottle gourd, fenugreek, spinach. Carbs are less in these vegetables and fiber is more. Apart from fiber, other carbohydrates are also available in them. Minerals such as potassium and magnesium are also available. From these you also get trace minerals like iron, zinc, copper and vitamins, vitamin C, folate, B vitamins, etc. Fiber is basically the diet of your gut-friendly bacteria. These bacteria eat fiber and make a fat called small-chain fatty acid, which is actually a ketone. One of these is called beta-hydroxybutyrate. The butyrate in this is a ketone. So these bacteria, after eating fiber, make such compounds, make such chemicals that reduce insulin resistance and also help in weight loss. So you should definitely include fiber and healthy fats in your diet. So, I wanted to make this small video on this important topic. That's it for today's video. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.